So what's your take from the Chinese competition, and what is it really an existential threat to German or continental or European car makers?
Yeah, I think if you look at what's happening at this year's auto show, and as you said, it's all about China, I think it is a real threat to the European car industry, because for the first time I think people have realized that the Chinese actually have competitive cars. And you see that already in China, where they are taking significant market share from the European companies, in particular the German companies, but with real good products. And the fact that 40% of the companies here at the auto show are Chinese shows you that they really have the European market now as the next market they want to conquer.
Yeah, it's a show of confidence if you listen to the Chinese here on the ground, and sometimes even the press conferences are in Chinese. So it's a bit odd to see that. So how could that happen in your view in such a short time, that they come up with products which are actually competitive?
Electrification certainly has helped a lot, because it's easier to build an electric car, but on the other hand they really focused on becoming or taking a leadership position in this new area for the car. And when the Shanghai Auto Show took place this year again, I think it's fair to say that all the European companies came back and were deeply impressed how much progress the Chinese had made over the last years. And I think they get it now, that the Chinese are a real threat. The question is, what do they do about it? Yeah. But I don't think we are still at the stage where they underestimate the Chinese.
And what are they doing about it? Do you think the speed of response is actually fast enough?
Yeah, speed and flexibility is probably the two most important things. And the Chinese have been very quick and focused in getting to where they are today. And they have good products, and they also have a competitive cost position. And to be competitive for the European car companies, you have to have a competitive cost position and a good product. And in particular on the cost position, I think there is a big disadvantage at this point in time in Europe. And in China, it's about the right product at the right price. And so there are two real challenges that they have to meet at the same time.
People are telling me on the ground that especially the battery costs are very much different in China and here in Europe because of the high energy prices. So if you look at what China is building up in terms of battery capacity, is that another accident waiting to happen?
In general, the Chinese have a competitive advantage of around 40–50% in a comparable car already today. And the battery is about 40–50% of the value of an electric car. So if you are able to produce this much cheaper, you have a significant cost advantage. And in particular, if you're targeting the mass market, what the Chinese are doing, you have a pretty good position. And if you're here in Europe and decide you want to buy a cheap car that's actually good, or a good car at competitive prices, you may look to a Chinese car in 5 to 10 years from now.